I wasted a lot of money. And I'm doing these videos because I want people, the younger people, to watch these videos and to realize that how quickly time goes by. And if you don't watch your money, even if you chase the bag, even if you run after the bag, as they would say, and you make money, if you don't put that money to good use, you're still gonna have no money. And all that time that you put into chasing the bag would be a waste of time, okay? I have so much information inside of here that I just want to share so people, young people, even people my age or maybe a little younger, can realize if you don't save your money or if you don't put your money to work for you, you're not gonna have any money, no matter how much you chase after it, okay? When my husband said, "You're talking about budget too much," how did he say it? "I find you talking about budget too much, you know." I said, "I don't talk about budget that much." He said, "Yeah, you have about 3 videos talking about budget." That means he watches them. I said, "Yeah." I didn't say anything, but I felt something turn in my inside, and I thought to myself, I didn't ask him, why are you telling me? I stayed quiet, and then I started thinking about it. And I said to myself, both my husband and my child are very protective of me. They know that when you start talking about money or when you put yourself out there, there are people watching you. And to be honest, I don't want to say you become a target, but you're just out there. I can say this, and I can relate to this. When you're older, when you start having the grays, I think we have to be very careful, especially when coming to talking about money. We have to be very careful. And I want to say it correctly. People think when you have gray hair, it's like they look at gray as old. They look at gray as old right away. And if you have maybe a line or two, they look at that as being old. I went to pay taxes, and I went to pay the taxes. I knew how much money I had to pay because you go and you get the slip, and then you go to the cashier. I gave him the money to give me back change. Then I asked him, "How much is the bill?" And he said, "It's X amount." He said, "Why are you asking me? You don't see it there?" I said, "But how much money you gave me?" And I showed him the money. It was $20 short. $20 short. Now, I'm not saying that it was intentional, but I'm saying that we have to be careful and we have to be mindful that when we working with money, we have to know how we're working with money. Do one thing at a time. Write it down. Measure it. Because had I not checked and had I not stayed there and checked, I would have left with $20. $20. I don't know if it was an honest mistake. I don't know if it was intentional. I can't say. However, I was short $20. So I'm saying this to say, as older people, yes, I can understand that we have to be careful. I will talk about budget. I don't know how I will talk about budget. I'm going to do it in a way where I can help people how to do a budget. For some people who never do a budget before, there are people who don't do budget and track the money. And I want to tell you, by making a budget and by tracking your money, you will save. You will save, and you will know how you're spending, and you will have control of your money.